Tonight on Craft Beer Crusaders, Sam and Jane speak the game about women in beer.
And things make sense at 7 cents.
Hey Dan, do you want a cheap French?
We're not giving him a plug.
Spotted Mallard.
Here we are.
So we've got our ducks lined up all in a row at the Spotted Mallard,
Indeed we do.
ready to have a chat with Sam and Jane about women in beer.
Hello.
Hi.
How are we doing?
Good.
So I think we're contractually obliged to ask the question that you've been asked 1,000 times. Women in a male-dominated industry, please give us your standard response. Or not, you
Or
know,
not.
just give us anything off the cuff.
Something left of field.
Look, I think honestly it's a pretty silly question these days, and it's not. I don't think there's any fields that are really male-dominated. When Jane and I first started brewing, sure we were a minority, but you just look at the women involved in beer and around craft beer and the industry these days, and I think people they don't blink twice now when they see a female brewer come in. Or at least I hope. And they don't think that
We don't. Pretty sure our viewership don't either, so that's
Hopefully
good.
not,
Hopefully
anyway.
they don't.
If not, stop watching. Who cares? Stop watching. So the craft beer community, particularly in Victoria, is it's a strong community. Do the boys taken you into the club? How have they treated you? Have they given you a hard time? Let's be honest, because I'm thinking of a few possible culprits that could have given you a hard time.
Well, I think we're pretty well accepted. We're certainly part of the gang, I think, and
Excellent.
lots of hugs, all that kind of stuff. So.
Aw.
And I think if anyone's giving hard times, it's us giving them a hard time.
Good. Excellent. Now, you mentioned Women in Beer. There is a collaboration project called Women in Beer, and your latest release is, now help me with the pronunciation,
Hey La La
Hey La La
Vanilla
Milk Stout,
Milk Stout.
which is a cracking beer.
It is.
Wonderful beer. Can you tell us about that? How did that come about?
So I guess the collaboration kind of started about 3 years ago, and it was just a bunch of us all got together. We were doing a stage show actually with Kira Lee, the beer diva, and we'd all been working together and decided that why would we not go ahead and make beer together? So this is the third incarnation of it, made down at Red Hill. It's come out really well. Really happy with the way the beer has showed up.
And do you think this will be a regular thing? Do you think you can see it going on much further than the 3 years so far?
Yeah. Look, it will. It's a lot of hard work, and it's bringing seven females in the industry together that are all at different stages and different aspects of the brewing. Of the brewing community, and bringing all that together and making it's a lot of work. It's a lot of hard work, and then obviously you've got to look after beer. It's got to be kegged. It's got to be tasted a few times. All of this stuff. It's a lot of hard work. It's probably not something we will do regularly, which is probably a good thing. I think we're happy to keep it exclusive. When we all kind of have an idea, or we all get together, or have a few drinks, it's like, oh, what do you reckon about this? What do you think about that? And then we'll, pass emails around, and if something looks like it's going to work, or, obviously somewhere where we can brew, then we'll do it. But, we're happy to keep it exclusive, I think, rather than flood the market with it.
Yeah.
Yep. And
I like the
that
idea
gives
of
something, people something to look forward to as well.
Absolutely, it keeps the interest up.
Makes it special.
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
got to keep your eyes peeled to find out where it is.
Yeah, the brew days that we do brew, we always have an open house. So everybody's invited along, kids, families, friends. People can come in, add their own hops. It's a great opportunity for women in the industry or female beer lovers that want to come in and muck around with the girls and throw some hops in, and just whatever aspect. So it's a really good vibe. It's a great day. It's fun for all of us, but it's hard work.
and they're always long days.
Yeah, they are. Yep.
Shall we have a go at these lovely beers? I'm salivating on them.
All right, I can see you wanting to try them. Let's give
So
it a
we'll
try.
start with the Old Salt
Sea Breeze Refreshing
Seabreeze
Ale.
Refreshing Ale, which is what style of ale?
This is a nouveau style
Nouveau.
ale, so I'm not going to pigeonhole it. It's a combination of different styles, using a combination of international and Australian ingredient. This is probably your typical summer beer, sitting out in a beer garden with your friends, or just after a surf, or down the beach, or just drinking in summer, really. So on the nose you get nice kind of tropical fruit characters. I use a Galaxy hops in there,
Yep.
as well as a little bit of Stella.
Onto the good old Sunset Ale, which is
Sunset
becoming
Ale.
a staple everywhere you go.
It's good. We're working on it.
It's a very nice beer.
So Sunset Ale, Amber Ale, Red Ale, somewhere
Love
in
that colour.
Thank you. Somewhere in that family. So called Sunset Ale because it was reminiscent of the sunsets from WA when we were growing up. So Danielle and I are both West Australians. So that's where the name came from. So it's all about the malt, and then it's got a little bit of hop dancing on top of it as well. So a lot of the caramel malts, so a lot of that really toffee kind of character, and then also with a whack of the citrusy US hops on top of there. So there's some Cascade and some Citra as well. And this particular one's a pretty nice example of the hops as well. So
Great malt character.
In the
Really nice
rounded
blend of
glass,
malt
it's the malts are coming through again nicely, which is beautiful.
I like a good malt in a beer.
So do I. To me, this is definitely is an after dark drink. It really is. It's one of those ones
That's really nice.
I like to sit down after dinner and have a glass of it and just enjoy it.
yeah, it's still made to be pretty sessionable. It's made to be a beer that's quite approachable, and I guess we've had a lot of the. It's become a little bit of the beer nerd session beer to an extent as well, where it's that kind of thing where you want to be able to have a few of them. You still want something that's flavoursome, but something that's just not gonna blow your head off.
Yeah, overpowering, yeah.
Very nice indeed. And the last one, your favourite one. You can say it.
Can I?
Yeah, go on.
Hey la la.
Hey Lala. Oh, we got it.
Finally.
Well done.
The vanilla milk stout.
So this was a great little collaborative effort. So Sammy and I work on the recipe side of things, as well as Chloe from Matilda Bay. And so this one uses a touch of lactose to give it that real sweetness on the finish. So just to make that palate nice and big and rich. And we were lucky enough to have the guys from Hey Lala Vanilla involved in this particular beer. So they donated all of their amazing vanilla for the use in this beer, and they were there on brew day and have been actively involved and have really enjoyed the process, I think.
The balance between the flavours in there is just spot on.
Yeah.
No one's dominating, they all just sort of work really well together.
I don't know, initially it reminds me of a vanilla milkshake, and then you get that chocolate coming through.
And it's boozy.
Yes.
And it's
wonderfully sweet.
It's such an enjoyable thing to actually sit and enjoy a full glass of, because it does change throughout the course of that particular drink, and yeah, no, I think it's come out really well.
Even for those of us who aren't huge stout fans. Well, thank you for sharing your stories with us, and I think I might just sit here and finish all of these beers, and then you guys will see us on the other side over at 7 Cent.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Once again, we're in the middle of nowhere. Where are you taking me?
Dude, you're gonna see, I'm telling you now.
Hi, dog.
Trust me, this is a brewery.
I'm yet to trust you.
This is a brewery, I assure you. So Dan thought I was leading him up the country path.
Another country path.
Another country path. But I wasn't, because we're here with the boys from 7 Cent Brewery. And firstly, why the hell are we brewing in a tin shed?
Well, the way we decided we wanted to start a brew,
Yeah.
and there's a few ways you can go about it, I guess. One way is to head to the bank and get a $200,000 loan.
Yeah, and
Otherwise, find another brewery to brew at, or you can go it the cheaper option, which is the path we went down, is
Build it up.
The Ghetto Brewery.
The Ghetto Brewery?
Ghetto Brewery is what we call it. So build
I
it
like
yourself,
it.
basically. So yeah, bunch of second-hand dairy equipment and
And my mum and dad's farm. So
Yep.
it's a 10-acre block here in South Gisborne, and it just happens to have a nice big shed.
Big enough to use.
Yeah,
and rent-free, which helps.
Rent free.
Always helps.
So how do you go with brewing on a hot day then?
it's hot.
It gets very hot in here.
It's very, yeah.
Yeah, we've
and
got
keeping
a
temperatures
cool room
and-
there, so you can hop in there or just get outside every now and then.
Yeah.
It definitely heats up.
The blood, sweat, and tears literally go
Into the yeah. Oh.
extra goodness.
Now,
Yeah.
7 Cent.
Yes.
Where did that name come from, and why 7 Cent? And also, where are you guys looking to take things?
All right. Well, the story of the name started. We came at the brewery one night. We decided we were going to come up with a name that night.
Yep.
So we tapped a few kegs and set up a brainstorming session. Had butcher's paper, and we just writing ideas and wanted to come up with an idea that kind of represented all of us. Got to about 3 a.m, I think, and many
Still
beers
going.
later, and still had no name we were all happy with. So we had a couple of old couches that needed disposing of, and we thought it'd probably be a good idea to set them on fire. It was pretty cold, it's a good bit of fun.
As you do.
As you do, so we,
Just gonna burn some
snuggled
couches
next to
at
the
3
fire
a.m.
and basically fell asleep next to the fire and woke up in the morning, some sore heads, kind of having a poke through the ashes, burnt springs and nails and all sorts of crap in there.
You found 7 cents in there, didn't you?
Yeah, so there were 1 and 2 cent coins.
That's pretty cool. That's
not
a
bad.
story for a name for a brewery.
Yeah.
I like that.
So Bakes, who isn't here, the other bloke who's
Yeah.
in the brewery, he's working in Queensland at the moment, found the coins, and I think one of them actually kind of peeved at me, and then we had 5 cents worth and it just didn't sound right, and he was like, 7 cents. So we had to go hunting down for the last coin.
I like it.
Searching in the
And he-
Now,
he
do you
found-
still have those 2 coins? So you have you framed them?
Yeah, no, we've got them. We've been thinking about something to do with them, but we haven't framed them as of yet. But
I think
we're-
you should frame them.
Yeah, definitely.
Pride of place. Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, so that's the story behind the name.
That's a very interesting story. And where are you guys looking at heading as well with your brewing?
Well, we're starting things off pretty slowly.
Yep.
We're only brewing once a month at the moment. Idea is we're all working full time at the moment.
Yeah.
We don't have to cover a wage.
Yeah.
We're free to kind of brew what we want. We
As
don't
you
have
want.
to worry too much about, paying the bills or
Yeah.
paying wages or anything like that, which gives us a bit of flexibility. In the future, we'd eventually like to purchase a proper fermenter. At the moment, we're fermenting in this baby, our mash tun, which is
Old school.
also doubles as our fermenter. It's jacketed and got a insulated as well, so we can keep the temperature of the beer. So it works perfectly well for
Yep.
us, but ultimately, more fermenters, more volume, then we'll go from there. Idea is eventually to move into the city somewhere in a
Yeah.
warehouse and
Yeah. Very
Keep going.
industrial.
yeah.
Bottling obviously soon as well when you get a chance to.
Yeah, so we've been running for 3 months now. The idea is after 12 months, we'll look at bottling. Soon after that, get a proper bottling line and get some more beer out there.
And you've got this special.
Yeah, so that's a beer we brewed for Penny Blue Sourfest during Good Beer Week.
Good pub.
Great
pub,
place.
yeah.
We launched our first beer there, the
You
ESB.
did, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
on the hand pump there. It was good.
Yeah.
Yep, perfect for that beer.
Beautiful. Now, have you got anything that we can have a crack at?
Certainly do.
What have we
We've
got?
Plenty of samples. We've got one of those you can have a taste of. We've got one chilled in the fridge. That's a sour cherry porter.
A sour cherry porter. That's right up your alley. Yeah, it's good.
I'm done.
He's happy.
We've also got part of our core range. We do an ESB, which you don't have a sample for you of, but we all have IPA, American style IPA. And,
Right up my alley.
That's your alley, yeah.
Hop
and,
mad.
And a Belgian dark strong ale,
That's up my alley as
which
well.
is as it's called a B4.
That one, the bottle that we're going to have is from the original test batch, which
Oh,
is
okay. Yeah.
over 2 years old now. So it
Wow,
should
that'll be interesting.
I'm hoping it's still good. I think
Yeah.
it will be very nice.
And the last one, hopefully you guys aren't driving, is
I am, but I'm sure I can have a
barley
sniff.
wine. Yeah, you can have a
Just
taster.
18%. That's all. Respond. I
One
will,
8, not just 8,
Yeah,
one 8.
1-8. And I will only sniff it, I assure you. Maybe one sip. Yeah. All right, well, let's get cracking into that then.
Let's do it.
Cool.
All right.
Welcome to Beers on the Couch with Dan. This is the way to interview people. Beer in hand, good beer in hand too.
I don't know. I'm pretty comfortable sitting on the oak barrels here with the barley wine underneath me. Yeah. I prefer my spot. So what are we drinking, boys?
This is the sour cherry porter. So it's called Glass Case of Emotion.
I like it.
Yes.
You're right. It's not overly sour. You just get that lovely. It's refreshing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that refreshing sort of tartness, but
Yeah,
you do get that sort of dark.
cherry.
Yeah, the porter comes through as well. It's
Yeah,
Yeah. Because if you had it,
it's
too
like a
much
roasted cherry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you had it too much sour, you wouldn't get any porter coming through. It was really hard to
Find that balance.
You know what it reminds me of? Glazed cherries.
Yeah.
Love glazed
that.
cherries. Yeah, that's really
Quite
nice.
strong in the cherry, but that's what we're going for.
It's almost like a Black Forest cake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, sour for me, but now this one is for Mr. Hophead over there.
Yeah, fruity, punchy, bit metallic-y. Could never get sick of this smell. So this is your hard deck. I'll say
Well
that
said.
right.
Carefully.
Yeah, carefully.
Carefully.
I'm not a Kiwi either. So. And what have we got in here, boys? How many hops have we got? Are we allowed to talk about that? Is
Yeah,
that-
no, we're more than open to say what's in our beer. There's 5 or 6.
6, I think.
Well, there's Simcoe, Centennial, Columbus,
Warrior.
Warrior,
Ooh.
Nelson Sauvin, and Citra. I think that's 6.
6 of my favourite hops, Dan.
Some good hops in there.
Yeah, could smell it. It's beautiful.
Plenty of the dry hops.
So the Warrior Edition's the first wort hop, which gives a slightly smoother bitterness. And then, we just work through all the other hops at different
It's
times
really nice.
to get a good combination
It's got a
of pine
really
and
dry
fruit.
finish. I like that.
So that third or fourth hop hit, really strong. Which one's that coming through then?
That's the Citra, I reckon.
Is that the Citra?
Yeah,
Citro and Simcoe.
yeah. That's good, that.
Simcoe's
like
my
this.
favourite hop, so
It's a good hop, yeah. It was now time to tuck into Bowser's Big Black Belgian B4.
Phew, you can say that again.
No, but we'll finish with the barley wine, all 18% of it.
We have done a commercial version of it, which will hopefully be ready to release in about 12 months' time.
Yeah. And that was a fun brew day. We completely maxed out our mash tun, this one. Then we completely maxed out our kettle and boiled for, was it 9
hours.
9 hours.
Wow.
And then transferred back to our
Did you have a
fermenter.
snooze in between?
We did a lot in between.
It was
We,
all busy day. And then, so fermented for a while and ended up with 220 litres, which is a barrel.
Jeez.
It's aged in barrels, which we actually got from Bridge Road. So what?
With the Aurora Borealis in it.
Yep.
So that's going to make for a very interesting beer when it comes out, that's for sure.
Can we come back when that's done?
sure thing.
about a year's time.
Book that date in because
I'm not leaving, I'm sleeping on the couch.
I want to see how that turns out because that's
That's really nice.
fantastic.
If only I wasn't driving, I could have a really nice drink of that, but I can't.
I need to drive tomorrow, so I don't think I can drink this.
Yeah, I got to drive.
Oh, God, that's good. Yeah, that's wonderful. Tell you what, guys,
Cheers.
you guys have got a very interesting little setup here, and yeah, I think you got a big and bright future. I really do with the things you're creating.
Certainly heading in the right direction.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks.
Cheers.
No worries. And thanks for the beer.
No worries, boys. Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Ooh, gorgeous piece of architecture, this one.
Not bad at
A
all.
little bit
hey?
historic. I do love the branding.
After you.
Oh, thank you, sir.
After all that driving,
a long
it's
drive.
nice to sit down and have a beer.
Temptress.
ESB.
Cheers. Oh. Yeah. I needed that. Tell you what though, I'm hungry.
Yeah, a little bit.
Could go some food.
Hey, it's the Crusaders.
Hello.
How are you guys?
How's it going?
You've got your set with some pots.
I need something to go with it though, I think.
Bit of a feed. Too easy. Something to match the temperature, something
Yeah.
to match the ESB. Dark pie,
Dakar pie
pork
sounds
belly
good.
with the temperature syrup.
Oh,
Done. I'll get onto it.
You had me at pork belly. So we are here at Holgate.
We are indeed.
And we are speaking to Rachel. Hello.
Hi guys. Nice to have you here.
Thank
It's
you.
good to be here.
Thank you
Now,
for having us.
I didn't realise people can come and stay here. You
Absolutely.
can come and stay at a brewery.
Absolutely. That way no one has to drive home. You can have as many beers responsibly as you like, but it gives you a chance to go through the whole range and taste them all.
And you just need to go upstairs then.
Just need to go upstairs. We've got 10 doubles. So good
Hello.
for... There's some really great packages. We've got a 3-course dinner package with some sample paddles.
Oh, really?
You can catch the train up. We're only a 2-minute walk from the station. It's an hour from Melbourne on the Bendigo line. Have a stay over, have some brekkie, wander around town, see the sights in the area, Hanging Rock for instance, and catch the train home again.
I like that.
I'm not seeing any reason to not come here.
No, I'm not seeing any reason not to come here either. In fact,
And the
I'm
food
going
looks
to come here.
amazing.
Food
Speaking of
looks
the
amazing.
food, as if on cue, and that
Just
was not
what I've got
planned.
organised for you.
Completely
That was not
unplanned.
planned.
That'd be yours. You can have
One
the pork
pork belly.
Is the way you like it.
Oh.
With
boy.
the Temptress reduction and 1 dark ale beef pie.
My goodness. That's amazing.
Now I'm supposed to continue to ask you
Yes, you are
questions.
supposed to
That's quite
continue
all right.
asking questions.
with this in front of
I think
me.
you should, and just let it rest.
Let it rest.
Apparently that's good for food. to
Obviously,
let
the
it rest.
food's amazing.
Clearly.
Yeah, clearly. And you're using your beers in a lot of the recipes.
Yeah, pretty much 95 to 100% of dishes on the menu will have one of our beers in them. Sometimes they'll be seasonal dishes, and chef who brews himself, so he understands how the beer can complement or contrast a lot of the dishes. There'll be maybe some of the wheat beer and some of the lighter ones, or some of the darker, thicker, heavier meals just to cut through. We've got
Like
the
the
beer,
Temptress.
the Temptress syrup with the
can
pork
smell
belly,
it. I
just
can
that
smell it.
sweet reduction as well.
Yeah.
The dark ale pie, chef actually grabs some spent grain from the brewery once or twice a week to make our bread. So it's just that really nice texture taste through as well.
Wow.
Beer batter fish and chips, which you've got to have in a pub. Doesn't
Oh,
matter where you are, it's got
absolutely,
to be beer
yes.
batter fish and chips, and a lot of the desserts too. So even
Even the
using
desserts,
something,
yeah.
something like the road trip or the Hopinator, which are really quite aromatic and bitter, just to put through as a slight end touch to a dessert, to a sweet dish.
bring out the
for you,
sweetness,
To
yeah,
bring out the
even more.
sweetness as well.
Wow.
Between beers and food, I tell you.
Dangerous place to work.
Dangerous place
And,
to
and there's a
work.
fair few beers by the looks of it as well, which is good.
Yeah.
There's a big range.
There's 5 on tap that are year round.
Yep.
So we'll always have the wheat beer, the Pilsner, the Mount Macedon, and the ESB, which were the original ones that Paul started off with back in '97. Came up
It's
with
an old
the
hat at this
idea.
now.
Yeah. So look, one of the longest independent breweries around.
Yep.
Still family owned, still 100% independent. Yeah.
So they're your mainstays, and then of course you've got your seasonals and your
Sure.
your specials like your
Beelzebub.
Beelzebub,
Beelzebub.
Jules, which is
Millennium
what I buy.
Falcon.
Oh, that's nice.
Somebody's a fan.
That was
Yeah.
That was a one-off. That was a special brew for
was
their
very
1000th brew.
That really was a special one.
Yeah.
It
And
was.
we've done a collaboration with No from
Half a World
Norway.
Away.
Yeah, Half
Yep.
a World Away as well.
Yep, that's a nice one as well.
So there's always the guys. I mean, we've got 4 brewers. The guys are always trying to
Outdo
get
each other.
something, outdo each other with ideas, but get something going that can be just a little bit left of centre. I mean, everyone knows the trends are changing, but something just a bit extra to go.
I think the perfect beer to sum up Holgate and where it is the road trip.
The road trip.
The road trip, because it's kind of like the beer you need to have when you come here because you go on a road trip. And
You
it is
guys
a
have been
very
all over.
nice beer. We've been on a fairly big road trip.
Fairly big.
Road trip.
Fairly
Yeah.
big.
Done a lot of miles, but coming to the end of our journey,
I'm going to let you
think-
hook into it.
thank you very much.
No worries.
Thank you very much for your time.
Too easy. Thanks, guys.
Time to eat.
Go, dig in.
It's been a long. You're all tuckered out, aren't
Oh, I
you?
am. I tell you what, I want to tucker into this and then I need a nap, I think.
I think we need to get tucked into bed.
Yeah.
All right.
Sweet.
We'll have some dinner, and then that'll be it.
Yep, done. I don't know where to start.
Oh, I know exactly where to start.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. That's just
Oh, yeah.
messy. I can't eat properly.
That Temptress reduction is fantastic.
Oh, wow.
It's really good.
Oh.
This food's going to put me to sleep. I wasn't tired before.
Get the pie.
No, get the pork belly.
There we go. No nights.
Thank you.
No
Thank
nights.
you. Thanks, Mum. I mean, Rachel.
That was a bit awkward.
That's really awkward.
Yeah, just a touch. Good night. Next week on Craft Beer Crusaders, we have our very own War of the Roses.
And we explore Australia's largest craft beer event.
What? No more breweries?
Nope, we are done.